Jersey as the state's positivity rate tops 9%. Curfews already in place in Newark, and there are partial shutdowns that could be on the way. Jersey City is also bracing for the worst as well. Mayor Steven Fulop joins us this morning with a look at steps being taken to stop the spread. Mayor Fulop, thanks for being with us today.
Thanks for having me.
Okay, let's talk about numbers in Jersey City. Where are they right now?
We've seen an increase in positivity rates quite significantly. We're trending close to 125, 150 cases per day. And we've only had 5 fatalities, though, since the beginning of November. That's very different than where we were in March, April, May, where we would see 30 to 40 a day. So it feels different, although the virus's numbers clearly are ticking up, but it does feel different being that it's skewing younger on who we're seeing it impacting today.
Well, on that, skewing younger, let me ask you about the curfew because, last time you were on the show, you said curfews may not make much of a difference. Just 1 hour closing early, it's not going to do that much. Have you seen it do much when it comes to younger folks out and about eating and drinking?
No, I mean, if you think about it logically, what's the difference between somebody watching football at a bar that's crowded at 3 p.m. on a Sunday where there is no curfew or restrictions versus being at a bar at 11 p.m. on a Tuesday night when it's virtually empty? You would argue that the Sunday is more dangerous than the Tuesday, but the curfews don't speak to that. So we've been opposed to anything that impacts businesses or mental health in a significant way that isn't rooted in clear foundation of substance and a track record of success. So I've been vocal about that, and that hasn't changed.
So what are you doing, especially in these hot spots, and where are those hot spots?
Yeah, I mean, we definitely see more significant cases on the south side of the city in more economically challenged communities. And there's a lot of reasons for that. You have larger households. People work in blue-collar jobs. They're forced to take mass transit. They don't have the luxury of working at home like some of the other people do. So we see more pockets in that area. But from a city standpoint, we're focused on education and just providing more resources. So yesterday, we changed the number of testing sites in the city from 3 free testing locations to 8 testing locations, and that's expanding. We've continued to give out free PPE to anybody in the city who wants it. We've done close to 1 million different packages of PPE that we've been giving out. And we're trusting our residents to do the right thing. We're not threatening them with law enforcement or fines. We're asking them to use good judgment and use the resources that we've put in place.
Well, that's going to be key, especially as we go into the Thanksgiving week. A lot of people do think about how they're going to experience this holiday. And you're saying, we're not going to thrust any kind of a crackdown on you. But I think let's talk about those testing sites because that's important. You've expanded to 8 of them. That includes rapid and mobile testing, correct?
Yep. We're doing the saliva tests and rapid tests, and we've been working with the state on that front. So we have something for everybody on this front. What we're saying to people is that we know more than likely people aren't going to listen to the governor's restrictions, and they're going to have people in their homes, and you have family members that might have been in college that are coming home and visiting. And what we want you to do is to use the resources that we've put in place and use good judgment and do the best to protect yourself and your family. We're not being heavy-handed. We're not threatening you with fines. We're not using the police. What we are saying is use good judgment.
Well, how are you doing with testing and then tracing it as well? Because a lot of times we're hearing from other cities that it's been hard to get a handle on tracing.
Yeah, we have about 55 contact tracers that are active. We trace every positive case. Part of the challenge is that we get the data very slowly from the state. So we have limited data, and sometimes there's a lag in what the state puts in and then how cities see it. And then we also see a challenge with a lot of the times people don't want to cooperate or aren't being truthful with where they've been. And that's become a larger problem as there's been more and more COVID fatigue. So we continue to kind of hammer away at it, but it speaks more to kind of what we're saying from a policy standpoint, that we're not looking to be punitive. We're looking to work with our residents and trust them, and they need to trust us as well, that we're asking questions so that we could keep people safe, and that we're providing resources so that they can be safe. And
are you practicing what you preach? Are you limiting your holiday gathering?
Yeah, I mean, I am. I'm just going to be spending my holiday with my in-laws and my parents, and that's about it. So we'll have less than 10 people there. We're going to do our best to make sure that we stay safe, and we're mindful in the days before. And I'm going to be tested on Monday, and my wife will, I'm sure, as well. And, we're going to do our best to make sure that we're practicing, a safe Thanksgiving.
All right. Well, we wish you the best. Thank you for coming on the show, as always. Enjoy speaking with you.